and welcome to Digital Signal Processing Online Lecture Series. In today's session, we are continuing the unit number 1, Introduction, and in this unit, today's topic is representation of discrete time signals and various operations on discrete time signals. Okay, so now let's first start representation of discrete time signals. Now we have seen in previous lectures that in continuous time signal we are using notation x of t, and in discrete time signals we are using notation x of n, right? So here we are using the signal x of n to indicate a discrete time signal. Okay, so let's say for example consider a discrete time signal having the values at particular time instant which is given as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here always remember that the arrow indicates the initial position or starting position, right, of that particular function. So if I want to draw this signal, what it indicates, so let us consider this signal which is x of n, where here n are different time instants, right? So at the origin this time instant is 0, here it is 1, here it is 2, then 3, 4, 5, likewise up to n number of times or discrete time instants. Similarly, in this negative side, the timing instants are -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, likewise, right? So now in this example, the arrow is at position 1. That means this indicates the origin position, right? So this indicates the position 0, then 2, 3 and 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? That means at timing instant, that is n equals to 0, its value is 1. So here how I can plot this? So here the 0 timing instant has the value 1, right? So here its value is 1, alright? Then next at n equals to 1, at n equals to 1 its value is 2, right? So let's say for example at n equals to 1, I can draw the signal like this, that is amplitude having 2, right? That means here x of n value is 1, here it's 2, then 3, then 4 and then 5, likewise, right? So next timing instant is n equals to 2, that means here where its value is 3. So here it will be like this. Okay. Similarly, at n equals to 3, its value is 4, right? So here it can be represented like this. Alright. Then at n equals to 4, its value is 5. So it will be like this. Alright. So this is the representation of discrete time signals. That means here the arrow indicates the initial position or 0th position, right? Similarly, if I want to consider the example, that case where x of n equals to 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and in this example, if the arrow is at value 4, that means what? This indicates the origin value. That means at x equals to 0, its value will be 4. That means x of n, its value will be 4, right? This indicates position 1, here it is -1, then -2. That means at n equals to 0, its value will be 4. At n equals to 1, its value will be 5. At n equals to -1, its value will be 3. And at n equals to -2, its value will be 2. Okay, so if I want to plot this, it will be like this. X of n versus n. Here this indicates the 0 position. This is 1, 2. This is -1, -2, likewise, right? So here at 0, its value is 4. Okay, so the signal will be like this. Alright, at 1, position n equals to 1, its value is 5. So I will plot the signal something like this, where its value will be 5, right? Then at -1 instant its value is 3, so it will be like this, and at -2 its value is 2, likewise. Okay, so this is the notation. In short, to represent the discrete time signal, this arrow indicates the origin position and likewise the timing instance for that. Okay, we will use this for further examples. Now let us consider the operations on this particular discrete time signals. Okay, so there are basically three types of operations. First one is time shifting operation, second is time scaling operation, and the third one is amplitude scaling operation. We are going to consider all of these operations in detail. Okay, let us start with the first, time shifting operation. In that, there are three basic time shifting operations. First one is time delay, second is time advance operation, and the third one is time folding operation. Okay, first let us understand what is time delay. Okay, so let's consider the example for time delay. For example, in our case, if x of n, that is equals to 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. Okay, here the arrow is given at this position, that means at 0 point the value will be 3, right? And I want to perform the delay operation, that means I want to get another signal that is defined as y of n, that is equals to x of n minus 2. Here this indicates what? This indicates time delay, that is n minus k. Okay, so I am delaying this by 2 samples. So what I need to do is I need to delay this position by 2 samples. So to obtain x of n minus 2, what I need to do? So to obtain x minus 2, this arrow will be shifted by 2 positions on the left side because I am giving the delay signal, right? So now what my x of n minus 2 signal will become? It will have the value same, that is 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, but now arrow will be at 1 and 2 position below, that means at the backward side. So now the arrow will be at the first position, right? So here I have delayed it by 2 samples, that is 1 and 2. Okay, so if I want to represent now this signal, that is our y of n, which is equals to x of n minus 2. How I can plot this signal? So in this, at 0 position its value is 1, then at 1 its value is 2, at second instant, that is time period, this is 0, 1 and 2. So at timing instant 2 its value is 3, right? At 3 its value is again 3, and at instant 4 its value is 2, right? So this is the way I can represent the signal. And if I wanted to draw the original signal, what it can be? That is our diagram of x of n versus n. So in this signal, that is our given x of n, at 0, that is initial point, its value is 3. At n equals to 1, its value is again 3. At n equals to 2, its value is 2. At n equals to minus 1, that means this is 0 position, this is 1, this is 2, this is minus 1 and minus 2. So at minus 1, its value is 2. So here its value is 2. At minus 2, its value is 1. So at minus 2, its value is 1. Okay, so now from this we have obtained the delay signal, that is x of n minus 2. So as you can see, it is delayed by the 2 samples. So if I have sent this signal x of n directly, it would have received earlier to that of this, because as we have seen this, at minus 1 and minus 2 there are 2 signal values, but here there are no signal values that are shifted to the next instant. Okay, so this is the time delay. Now next is time advance, that is exactly opposite to that of time delay, right? So whatever we have done in time delay, this is going to be exactly opposite to that, right? Let's say for example, I consider x of n that is equals to 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Okay, having the arrow initial position in between. And if I want to have advanced signal, that is x of n plus 2, or else you can say x of n plus k, where value of k is 2. Then what I will do? I will shift this origin arrow to the right side. That means here by 2 points, that is 1 and 2, the arrow will be now at this value, right? So if I want to plot this x of n plus 2 advanced signal, how it will be? So this is x of n plus 2 versus n, where at 0 its value is, at n equals to 0 its value is 1, right? At minus 1 its value is 2, so at minus 1 its value is 2, right? Because here I am considering the value 1, 2, 3 likewise. This indicates x of n plus 2, 1, this is 2 and this is 3, right? So at minus 2 instant its value is 3. So here at minus 2 its value is 3, right? At minus 3 its value is 3, again its value 3. Okay, at minus 4 n equals to minus 4 its value is 2. Okay, so this is the time advanced signal. Alright, that means if we have done x of n, this advanced signal will send the signal in advance. Okay, this time advance. Now next is folding. Okay, now what is folding? Here what is folding? So here if we consider x of n, and from that I want to obtain x of minus n, that is called as flipping or folding of the given sequence, right? That is, I am getting the exactly opposite or folded version of the given signal, right? So let's say for example, if I consider x of n that is equals to 2, 1, 1, 2, having the arrow here, how I can denote this? So I will denote is as 2, 1, 1, 2. But now the arrow will be at the last position. That means it will be like this. So this is the difference between the original signal and folded sequence, right? So if I want to plot the signal, it will be exactly opposite to that of given signal, right? So this graph will be like this. Here this indicates 0 position, right? Where its value is 2. Then at minus 1 its value is 1. At minus 2 its value is again 1. At minus 3 its value is 2, right? So this is the folding of sequence. That means I am getting the x of minus n from given x of n. Alright, so we have seen advanced time advance, that is x of n plus k, where k is the number of timing instants, and time delay, that is x of n minus k, and folding, that is x of minus n, right? Now let us consider the time scaling operation. Now in time scaling operation there are two types of operations. First one is downscaling, which is called as compression. Second one is upscaling, which is called as expansion. Okay, so let's start the first one, that is downscaling, or as you can say compression. Okay, now how I can denote it as, so let's say for example I want to denote this signal as x of n. Downscaling means what? If I want to get the signal compressed, I will do x of kn. Here I am taking the example of x of 2n. That means I am compressing the signal or downscaling the signal by the factor 2, right? So let us consider one example where x of n equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? Here is the arrow. And if in example the arrow is not given to you by default, you should consider this at the first position only or as first value only. Okay. Now, for example, y of n equals to, consider the given function x of 2n. Alright. So at n equals to 0, what I will get? Y of n that is equals to x of 0, right? Okay. Then at n equals to 1, what I will get? I will get y of 1 that is equals to x of 2, right? We are placing the value of n in this function so that we are getting the value of y of n, right? Here this is y of 0, okay? Now for n equals to 2, the function is y of 2, that is what? So 2 into multiplied by 2, that is x of 4. Similarly at n equals to 3, y of 3 will be x of 3 into 2, that is 6. Okay, so we need to define the functions for this so that we can draw our discrete time signal. Okay, now see, at instant 0, that means at this instant, y of 0 is what? X of 0, that means this value only. So this value is 1, right? Now next, n equals to 1. So at that we are getting y of 1, which is x of 2. That means this value is 0, this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So x of 2 is what? X of 2 is 3. So here it is 3, right? Then y of 2, that is x of 4. Here x of 4 value is not given to you. So we are considering as 0. Similarly x of 6 is also 0 because we have the x of n signal till the timing instant n equals to 0, 1, 2 and 3 only, right? So this is the signal which we have obtained, that is x of 2n or else y of n. It is given as what? 1, 3, 0, 0. That means this 1, 3, 0, 0, right? Here it is 0 value which indicates the initial position, so arrow will be here. Okay, so if we want to plot this signal, how it will look? It will look like this. This is the diagram of y of n, or else you can say x of 2n versus n, right? So at 0 position, its value is 1, right? At 1, its value is 3, and otherwise it is 0. That means at 2 and at 3 it's 0. Alright. So this is giving you a compressed signal or else downscaling of the given signal, right? As you can see, x of n is having 4 timing instants with 4 value, whereas x of 2n is having 2 timing instants. That means we have compressed the signal by the factor 2. Okay. Similarly, next is upscaling or else you can say expansion. That is exactly opposite to that of downscaling. Okay. We are going to consider the same example for this. Let's say x of n equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4 having the initial value over here, right? And I want to get x of n by 2. Okay, so we are going to define the function y of n that is equals to x of n by 2, right? So for n equals to 0, what I will get? I will get y of 0 which will give x of 0 only, right? Similarly, for n equals to 1, I am getting y of 1, that is placing over here the value of 1, I will get 1 by 2, that is x of 1 by 2. Then next n equals to 2, y of 2 will be equals to x of 1. Why x of 1? Because here n equals to 2, 2 by 2 is 1. Similarly, at n equals to 3, y of 3 equals to x of 3 by 2. Okay. Right? So as you can see, right? But till 3 we have got the only value 1 and 2. Likewise, if I extend for n equals to 4, we will get y of 4 that is equals to x of 4 by 2, that is x of 2, where its value is 3, right? For n equals to 5, y of 5 that is equals to x of 5 by 2, that is 0. And for n equals to 6, it is y of 6 that is equals to x of 6 by 2, that is x of 3, which is over here is 4, right? So what we have got over here is x of n by 2 that is equals to 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0 and 4, right? Here arrow will be over here, that is at 0 position. So how we can plot this signal? So it will be like this, that is x of n by 2 versus n, where at 0 instant its value is 1, at instant 1 its value is 0, at instant 2 its value is 2, at instant 3 its value is 0, at instant 4 its value is 3, at instant 5, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, its value is 0, at instant 6 its value is 4. Okay, so this is the expansion of the original signal, alright, or else you can say upscaling, right? Now let us understand amplitude scaling operation. Now in amplitude scaling operation there are 4 types. First one is downscaling, or else you can say attenuation. Second one is upscaling, or else you can say amplification. And the third one is addition, and the fourth one is multiplication. Okay, let's say for example, first we are considering the downscaling. Okay, so I have to find n by 2. This is called as downscaling. How? So let's say for example, x of n is 1, 2, 2, 4, right? So for this we are going to change the amplitude, not the timing instant. So x of n by 2 will be first value 1 by 2, that is 1 by 2, then 2 by 2, that next value is 1, then 2 by 2, again 1, then 4 by 2, that is 2. So from this x of n, I am getting x of n by 2 like this. That means we are giving the downscaling or attenuating the signal. Similarly, if I want to upscale the signal or amplitude upscaling, that is x of 2n, right? We have considered over here the value of 2. This value can be anything. It can be 3, 4, 5 likewise. Okay. So for this same example, that is x of n equals to 1, 2, 2, 4. If I want to obtain x of 2n, then what it will be? That will be 2 into 1, that is 2, 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8. Okay. So this will be the amplification of the signal, right? So this is the basic difference between downscaling and upscaling, right? Okay. Here this is different to that of time scaling operations. So amplitude scaling and time scaling operations are different, and according to that attenuation and amplification are provided, right? Now if I want to perform the addition, it will be the simple addition of the two signals. Let's say for example, x1 of n, the first signal is 2, 2, 4, 2, and the second signal x2 of n, that is equals to 1, 2, 2, 4, right? So if I want to perform the addition of this two sequence, that is x1 of n plus x2 of n, what it will be? It will be the addition of these instances, that is 2 plus 1, that is addition of that particular timing instant only, right? That is at 0 position its value is 2, here its value is 1. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. Then next instant it's 2 and this is 2, that is 4. Then this is 4 and here it is 2. That means 4 plus 2, 6. Here it is 2 and the next value is 4. So 2 plus 4, 6. So this is the addition operation. Similarly, if I want to have the multiplication, so then I will multiply the respective instance of this. Alright. So for this example only, if I want to obtain x1 of n into x2 of n, that is multiplication operation, what I will get? 2 into 1, that is 2. 2 into 2, that is 4. 4 into 2, that is 8. 2 into 4, that is 8, right? So this is the amplitude multiplication operation, right? So these are amplitude scaling operations. Okay. These are the references, and I hope the representation of discrete time signals and its various operations are now clear to you. Thank you.